Hello, you beautiful people. And James. And we are back after being away for over a week. A few things happened here and there. But we also come back with JP. So on about him that he was wrong about abortion or something. So
He was.
Or something.
Wait. Fetal lives matter.
All right, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Is that a movement?
Maybe.
I'm ready. Bulldog.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Kids are cute. Hi, friend. In this video, I probably won't be very funny, but what I will do is share with you why I changed my mind about abortion, what I used to believe, what I believe now, and why I changed my mind. And along the way, I'll also be sharing with you my most embarrassing blunder that I'm not proud of about what I used to think about abortion. Oh, and trigger warning, my current thinking about the topic will probably piss you off, no matter which side of the aisle you're on. Hey, why are you sharing your opinion about abortion, JP? Because as a man who obviously could get pregnant at any time, I just feel that it's important that my voice is heard on the matter. And if you don't think my voice should be heard, then that implies that you don't think men can get pregnant. So be careful, because we don't want you contradicting yourself with the conflicting Marxist agendas that your mind is infected with. It's so true. But why I'm really sharing my opinion is I used to think one way about abortion, and now I think a completely different way about it. And I just want to share how my thinking has changed, because I think it's really important that we allow our thinking to change, because that's how we learn and grow. And another reason is that given that the topic of abortion can throw people into a hysterical fit of polarized rage, I just want to share the 2 cents that comes from my heart and logical discernment, not my emotional hysteria.
Shut up, you oppressive man. We don't need your toxic masculinity.
Hi, feminists.
That was worse than he ever done.
That's his take on a feminist. Wow.
It was so extra. Sorry. I just didn't expect that. He said he's not going to be funny on this video.
That caught me off guard. I started coughing.
Put that COVID away, bro.
That's why. That's the
He said, put it away.
Put my mask back up before y'all get sick.
Yeah. Put that mask on, bro, before the audience gets sick, bro.
Yeah. Pass it for the Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna go back a little bit so we can see it again.
Don't say that too loud. The government might get ideas, Bulldog.
Yeah. Oh.
Spread real life viruses through computers. Shit, I got a virus. Oh shit, you have to use that Mac free. No, I got a real virus from a computer.
You stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, JP. The faces again.
Okay, go ahead.
Man, we don't need your toxic masculinity.
Hi, feminists. If you see toxic masculinity everywhere you look, then the mirror of life might be trying to tell you something about yourself. But I'm sure I'm wrong, because I'm just an empowered man and you're just a rageful woman who still hasn't recovered from her daddy issues. My current thoughts on abortion probably aren't what you think they're gonna be either. You might be thinking, oh, JP, Mr. Freedom? Well, of course your thinking's gonna be in line with the conservatives. No, not exactly. I don't like to outsource my thinking to any group. I like to think for myself.
Wait there.
And you might.
So, with this whole abortion thing, is that who's done it over in your side? It's the conservatives that have fucking banned abortion. Is that who's done it? The party? Is that what he's on about?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That's why I'm in the middle.
Yes.
Don't say that too loud, man. That window's not closed behind you.
He starts looking around.
It's open, bro.
I got my hatchet, man. It's all right.
Okay.
There you go. All right, hit it.
I'm fine.
Exactly. I don't like to outsource my thinking to any group. I like to think for myself. And you might also be thinking, well, does that mean, JP, you've gone all crazy liberal on us? You gonna dye your hair blue next? Nope. My thinking definitely isn't in line with what they're told to think, nor is it in some boring middle ground either. It's more in like a straight line that pierces into a different dimension. So let me explain, starting with what I used to think about abortion, and at the end, we'll get to what I do think about abortion now. I used to think pretty much like a leftist about abortion. Not only did I think women should have the right to an abortion, I thought getting an abortion was a pretty empowered choice for a woman to make. Like, you go, girl, kill that baby. And I also used to think that, like, in the first trimester, the baby that you're about to kill, it's not really a baby yet, because I've heard other people say that, and it's a pretty convenient thing to think. Here's my most embarrassing blunder about my old thinking about abortion. Now, I'm not proud of it, but it's true, so I'm going to share it. Here it is. The thinking that was going through my mind about abortion, it wasn't my thinking. The leftist propaganda about abortion got to me. I'll admit it. I fell for it. And it's 100% my fault. It was nothing other than mental weakness and a lack of self-awareness on my part that allowed it. And the scariest thing about it was I didn't know it was propaganda. I thought it was my own thinking. Leftist propaganda about abortion, JP? Huh? Yeah, without sugarcoating it, I think there's evil, tyrannical people in this world, controlled by Satan, if I'm being honest, and I am, who want to keep the population of the world small so it's easier for them to control everybody, and they want to destroy the nuclear family so people grow up weaker and are therefore more controllable. And knowing's half the battle.
Hey.
He's speaking.
I got a question. I've been hearing that a lot. What's the nuclear family? What's that?
He's talking to you, Bulldog. Because if James don't know, I don't know.
I'm hearing that pop up everywhere. Nuclear family this, nuclear family that.
I haven't. I've heard it then. I just think it's on about, like, just people in general. Like, are we like...
All right, Bulldog. It starts with the N, not a P. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like your family.
Nuclear family means family.
It's just your family. So you basically
why they put nuclear in front of it.
Well, because you only care about yourself and your own little family. So it just stays there. So obviously, when you're gone, you don't really care about the bigger picture. It's just about your little bubble.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of true, actually. I really mostly only care about my family. I don't really care
That's
about...
the human race, bro. We care about what's right here.
Well, no, in a way, we used to care about, like, everyone in a sense.
Used to.
Yeah. So maybe that's kind of like what he's on about. We've been modeled into this nuclear family.
We're too divided.
Yeah.
Yeah, like like back in the day, you used to go outside and talk to your neighbors, right? Now, I don't want to talk to them. When I'm outside in the back and they come outside in the back, I go back inside.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's true. Like, I live next door to a pub and I've done for the whole street, but I don't know anyone because I don't go there.
Because we are not how we used to be.
All right.
That's crazy if you think about it. You'd have a town like 1,000 people and pretty much everyone would know each other.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about how we used to be back in the day when we was kids.
We used to be
nothing like that.
Huge group of us, man. Like, and even back then, though, like my neighbours, like my mom used to talk to the neighbours and stuff. I don't even do it now. Well, maybe because the crackheads next door, so I don't really talk to them.
Wow.
All right, let's go to get this going.
That was way off topic. That's what we do.
And are therefore more controllable. And knowing's half the battle. Getting people to get abortions is a big strategy of theirs, and they get people to get abortions through their propaganda that gets people to think that not only are abortions okay, but abortions should be a celebrated, empowered choice. More on that in a minute. But the moral of this story is that propaganda got to me. Now my pronouns are he who thinks for himself, so I can better draw a distinction between what my heart feels and what my own critical thinking says versus the propaganda that comes into my mind from outside sources. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I've made a lot of progress in this area. Thus, I no longer believe abortions are just okay, and I certainly don't believe there's something to be celebrated. I look at what I used to think and what's all over the leftist media today, and it's very clear that people are being persuaded to think about abortion as a virtue. This happens through weaponized morality. That's when you have manipulative people who get good people to think that doing something horrible is not only not horrible, but it's a good thing to do. It's a moral thing. In Nazi Germany, it was turn your neighbor in to face a certain death because it's the right thing to do. Now,
I never knew that abortions were celebrated. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that either. Like
I always thought they do it in secret.
Well, it is quite private, isn't it? And then I thought, like, it's like a proper emotional, like it's not a happy thing. Like over here, people are usually gutted that they've had to do it.
I didn't know it was like, I'm a woman. I chose.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Man.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like that, guys.
I didn't know. That's
this is news to me. That's why I can't really react to it because I don't know what he's talking about.
It's more shocking, really. Well, that's why we watch it. Though you're learning about some stuff. JP is always good.
We're just watching news right now, man.
Yeah,
basically, yeah. Facts, though.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Now it's scream at your neighbor for not getting jabbed because it helps keep everyone safe. Or peacefully burn down buildings in Portland because racial equality is important. Or get an abortion because of women's empowerment. Sound familiar?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
people
all
doing that just for
weaponized
empowerment?
morality. I will unapologetically say that pretending a baby isn't a baby and then killing the baby is not a virtue. It might be a choice, but it's certainly not a virtue. Having a choice is empowering.
Difficult choice.
But that doesn't mean any choice you make is an empowered choice. For example, if you're over 21, you have the choice of whether or not to drink large amounts of alcohol every night. And if you choose to get drunk every night, that doesn't mean you're choosing an empowered choice. I think we'd all agree that.
Yo, I'm just saying. Look, I don't know. I live in a box apparently because forget.
Nearly got me then.
Forget getting an abortion just for empowerment or women's rights. Don't forget that. I mean, you get abortions for your own reasons, but just doing it because to prove a point, apparently, like just
I didn't know people were doing that.
Hey, I'm a woman. I got control of my body. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they did it just for that.
And the thing is, they have their own choice, and a man doesn't have a say anyway. So I don't know why they celebrate. Because if a man says no, they can just go do it anyway. We don't have a say in it.
We have no power, no.
But then if the man doesn't want it, but they keep it, we still have to pay.
Yes.
I personally think if a man doesn't want the baby, but they keep it, and he's like, yeah, I want nothing to do with it, I don't see why you should have to pay.
Well, there is a way out. You give up 100% of rights of the child, and you don't have to pay anything. If you don't want the baby, then go to court and say, I don't want the baby.
Yeah, but a real man wouldn't do that, would they?
They would be shamed.
As soon as they see the kid, that's it. It doesn't matter what. It's like, fuck it, god damn it, you cute little bastard.
See, that's a key word. A key word. You said a real man.
That doesn't mean you're choosing an empowered choice. I think we'd all agree that though the choice is yours, choosing to drink excessively every night is a very disempowered choice. Yet weaponized morality tries to get women to think that they're making an empowered choice if they choose to abort their baby. But what I consider to be a very empowered choice for women around reproduction is for them to have very strong discernment and boundaries about who they have sex with in the first place. Having sex with someone to fill a psychological void so you can feel like you matter to them and are valued by them for a few moments is a very disempowered choice from the Genesis. But I got an abortion, so I'm empowered now. No, because anything built on the foundation of a disempowered choice will simply be an extension of disempowerment. The illusion of empowered choice in the abortion scenario is maybe just a rationalization for not improving your self-esteem by using courage to make more empowered choices from the get-go that have you filling your psychological voids from within rather than using men to fill them. Hi again, feminists! Feel free to go back and listen to that part again. And just so you know, getting mad every time you hear someone say something you don't like doesn't make you empowered. It makes you unstable. Okay, JP, you've shared what you used to think about abortion. So what do you think about abortion? Great question. My current perspective will probably piss off all the leftists, and it'll probably piss off a lot of conservatives who otherwise agree with me on a lot of issues, but instead of just going along with groupthink, I'd rather be honest. So here it is. I think abortions are evil, yet should be legal for the first couple months after conception. Say more, JP. I will. I truly believe that abortion is straight up killing babies. And not only is that not a virtue, that's evil. Yet, if I imagine I'm a woman, as apparently a lot of men are doing nowadays, and I imagine I was raped, which is certainly an act of evil itself, and I got pregnant from it, I think I would get an abortion.
Yeah.
Is that still evil?
Well.
Like, probably. But I'd still probably get one. Okay, and you said...
and that's where the emotion comes in.
What you got to understand.
Because you don't want a baby that was forced in you.
And you don't want to be forced to keep a baby because then you'll resent the baby and you'll hate it.
And not only that, you have to understand, gene pool is very serious. You don't want your baby to have that in his blood of a rapist. You're going to grow up sick. Just saying, man.
I'm just saying, like, the female, like, you don't want a baby forced in you. But at the same time, you don't want to be forced to kill the baby. So that's where that emotion comes in. Like, you have to do it. Well, you don't have to, but you
well, no, because there's quite a lot of women who eventually they grow just to love it. They forget who the dad is, and then they just like, no, yeah, but this is half me. And then some women just pull through, but obviously you just have to protect them from the dad.
Just picture, like, not all victims are grown; they're kids too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely the God, like
he might touch on it. Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Probably, but I'd still probably get one. Okay, and you said a couple months after conception. Like, why a couple months, JP? It's just kind of an arbitrary number. But what I'm certain of, though, is late-term abortions and even mid-term abortions should be completely banned.
Oh,
and for the record,
yes.
I don't believe any of the BS that says, well, a baby isn't a baby until we want it to be a baby. No. A baby is a baby from the moment of conception. And there's evil lunatics out there that want to be able to kill babies up until the moment of birth. And there's even a California bill that's been proposed that would allow people to kill babies up to 28 days.
That's just straight up murder.
Wait.
That's murder.
California.
The fuck is wrong with that state?
Would allow killing babies up to 28. What is that? Killing babies
basically a month.
Infants.
Yeah, they open their eyes and they're making noises.
They've cried. They breathed
after birth.
Hold on.
They've drank milk and everything since then. Like they've pooed. They've slept.
California is an evil state.
Yeah, everyone should just leave. Like, why are you paying taxes in that state? Just leave. Fuck them, man.
California is where all the celebrities and stuff at, right?
Oh, I suppose it's Hollywood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dark state anyways, bro.
Yeah. So it said it would be allowed. I don't know if it pass. Did this bill pass? Let me go back.
They're going for it.
They're trying to. They're trying to. So that just says everything about California.
I think it's like, I can't see any doctor willing to do it. Like, any normal human being could not look at a baby and be like, okay, even if it's a button press, I don't care.
No, man. Hey. Doctors are dark, bro. I'm just telling you that.
If a doctor is able to do that, then he's not a doctor, my guy.
No, he's not a doctor, man. He's an executioner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get those women that throw their babies in the trash. I keep on saying women because it just happens. More women do it more than men.
Well, yeah, because they're the ones that have the actual baby. And we don't know. It could be like a rape victim. You just don't know. It could be someone that's been forced to have the baby. You don't know the backstory. You just hear baby found in dumpster.
I'm just baffled with this bill right here.
Yeah, it's disgusting. How someone even put this forward.
So now you're going to be going to school for delivering babies and then going to school to execute babies a proper way in the hospital?
There's no proper
way. Technically like a humane manner.
So it's going to be like the dog pound, you know?
Well, didn't China used to do something like that as well? Like
I'm not touching that.
When they had a one-child policy, didn't they? So I'm saying that's something they did, isn't it?
Yes.
They still have a one-child policy.
But
it's gone to 2 now, isn't it?
I don't know.
We wouldn't know.
Oh,
you would know because you keep up with stuff.
I think it's gone to 2 now. Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm sorry, JP.
People to kill babies up to 28 days after birth. There's no question in my mind that there's nothing but pure evil behind this. And if you give these evil lunatics an inch, they'll take a mile. But they'll take that mile inch by inch. So your mind acclimates along the way and can't quite distinguish how outrageously evil the acts are. Unchecked, you can only just imagine where these evil lunatics will have abortion in 20 years. Oh, your kid's 2 years old. Does he talk yet? No. Oh, well, a clump of cells isn't really a human until it learns language. So why don't you take him out back for an abortion while we celebrate you? Okay. So you might be saying,
you can't call it abortion.
JP, you think abortion is pure evil, yet you don't think it should be 100% banned? Don't you think we have a responsibility to protect unborn children? That's a great question, and I could imagine how that could be very true. And another way I'm looking at it in this moment is through the lens of a freedom maximalist. For the baby inside that mother, God has assigned that mother and father to be the protectors of him or her. And in the name of not letting the God-given freedom and sovereignty over the mother's being infringed on while the baby's inside of her, I do worry that outsiders stepping in to try to protect the unborn child could be an erosion of freedom that exists on a very slippery slope. And if the parents not only don't protect the fetus, but actually harm it, then that means they are very shitty protectors. And from there, that's perhaps for God to deal with them about, not for other people to play God and deal with them about. And I don't know if I'm right with this part of my thinking. I just know it's what my thinking is in this moment. So in conclusion, I think abortion is evil and should be a choice with limits on it. And I think it's a very evil choice. I believe children are divine droplets of God incarnated to allow divinity to unfold and for heaven on earth to be lived. And I think the killing of divine droplets of God is nothing other than satanic. I also believe there's many loving women out there who have had abortions and now they feel the pain and regret of it. To them I say,
I agree,
please have a voice so your light can help illuminate a better way for other women out there who would otherwise be misguided by all the weaponized morality and the abortion propaganda. I also believe that if you're in your heart and you truly ask for it, God, yourself, and your baby's soul will forgive you. We've all done things in our life we feel remorse about, certainly including me. Further, in conclusion, I believe there's vicious propaganda out there that tries to frame abortion as a virtuous thing to do. I recommend never outsourcing your thinking to the propaganda or the evil tyrants controlling it, while you think for yourself instead. Finally, I love evolving my thinking, which means having the courage to disagree with what I used to think is true so that I can learn, grow, and adopt beliefs that serve me better now. And I could be delusional, but I think it's beneficial for everyone to do the same thing. That's why I made this video, to help encourage it. Now to you.
Thank you, JP.
What do you think about abortion? Is it any different than what you used to think about it? What topics have you allowed yourself to change your thinking about over time? And how have you become empowered as a result? And if you haven't changed your thinking about anything, how's it feel to be super certain of yourself while you refuse to grow? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, stay free, my friend.
All right, so he asked us what we think. We could do a little breakdown.
Yeah.
Bulldog, take it.
Yeah, like, abortion obviously is bad, but in certain circumstances, it's... Yeah, I think it should be up to the mother and father, to be honest. I think the father should also have a say, which they don't. Like, well, we could say keep it, but we have no say legally. I think that's so much to change.
Yo, check it out. The way I see it, I think the government should have no say in your personal life.
No.
That's all I'm going to say.
Talk that shit, James.
That's all I'm going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
They're not the ones raising it. They're not the ones dealing with it. Well, I guess if they're doing like Medicaid and food stamps and stuff. That's a different.
No. But you work and pay taxes, so you technically are paying for it anyway. Like,
talk that shit, Bulldog.
Nothing is free. Nothing is free.
At the end of that, that's where I stand. I said I don't think the government. If you want to side with religion, go with religion, whatever. But I don't think the government should have say in what you do. Period. With your personal self.
See, but then what if you want to go kill someone? That's a personal matter. So you have to think that also comes into that.
But we're talking about. I'm talking about babies though.
Oh,
and I'm only
in this category.
I'm only talking.
Okay.
I'm only talking about
dog.
I'm only talking about the abortion matter.
Bad. Put the blade back.
I'm only talking about the. He's over there sharpening his hatchet.
Oh,
All right. Since you was gonna say the same thing, pretty much, George.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing.
And,
Boy.
yeah.
No, we don't say bye. We just cut it. Oh shit, bulldog.